Hey, if you're interested in building connections and finding the best study locations at CSUN, then download Studying Streamlined right now. It's one step closer towards your academic success. So today I'm going to be talking about studying Streamlined. I'm going to address what's going on at CSUN right now and how we would like to fix the issue that's going on, the goals for studying Streamlined, as well as the strategies that we plan to implement. You see, the current problem with CSUN is that there's a limited sense of belonging and inclusivity, and we feel that by creating Studying Streamlined, we can fix these issues. Currently, we feel like the platforms that CSUN offers don't appeal to many students, which can set them back from valuable resources that CSUN offers. Because of COVID and online instruction, there's several barriers that get in the way of building connections. Some of these are remote instruction. So with remote instruction, it's fairly new to many students, especially freshmen and transfer students. There can be a lot of technical issues that can get in the way of really setting that foundation to build connections. And there's also limited interaction, especially when students are using Zoom or Canvas. They don't really get the opportunity to interact with each other as much as they would like to create a positive learning experience. In addition to remote instruction, there's also sociological barriers, such as time, because a lot of people can't find the perfect time to create friendships, which is pretty much never. As well as people skills. So a lot of people feel like they don't have the necessary skills to build friendships. And not only that, but there's also personality traits that come into play with this. So there's introverts, there's extroverts, and a lot of people have different needs for building friendships. So those are some barriers that can be addressed with studying Streamline. Many students and populations look for resources that are accessible, familiar, fast, and can help them with organization. So today we're going to be talking about how studying Streamlined can fit into all of these categories. One of the goals with creating Studying Streamlined is to build and strengthen student connections that are already there so that students can feel like they have an outlet where they can go when they want to study, especially with peers in their classes. We would also like to increase the awareness of study locations. That way, students become more familiar with campus as well as resources that they can take advantage of because there's a lot of resources that people don't know enough about. We would like studying Streamline to be as inclusive as possible. So some of the audiences that we would like to target are all student classifications. This would involve freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It would include all majors, so this app would be available for all majors, all incoming students, as well as transfer students. Studying Streamline is effective because it is inclusive, accessible, user-friendly, familiar, and it's going to bring awareness. So what I mean by inclusiveness is that Studying Streamline is designed in a way to reduce biases when making new connections. Through the random option, you'd be paired up with any student in the course, regardless of gender, regardless of culture, language, anything. This app is accessible. You can utilize it anytime and anywhere. It's very user-friendly because we plan to create a very simple design that's easy to use, and it's something that's familiar because it integrates CSUN's already available resources and some concepts from social media. It would also be effective because we want to increase awareness of the study locations available on campus. You may be wondering how we plan to make this happen, so I'm going to go over how the app functions. Students will be able to use the app in 5 simple steps. The first step would be to log in with their CSUN student ID and password. The second step would be to access their homepage where they can view their bio, get connected with other students, view their inbox, view resources on campus, and as well as access their notifications. The third step would be to look at their bio and see if it needs anything to be updated. So some of the things you can include in your bio would be your major, your class year, your hours of availability, which can be very important in seeing what times you would like to study with someone, as well as some of your strengths and weaknesses, because someone can ultimately help you improve that. Step 4 would be to view the connections that you have available to you. So you could use connections that you previously made with other students. You can view all the students in the roster, and you can also build new connections. So step number 5 would be what the option looks like when you build a new connection. So you're able to see one of your peers' bio. It'll show their major, their class year, as well as their status. So you'll be able to see if they're currently active or they're not active. And this would just be the preview, but you can also see their bio and send them a message if you click one of the options at the bottom. Once you select who you'll be working with, you'll be able to see all these study locations available on campus on a 3D satellite map, and you'll be able to see the best study options available. This is Studying Streamlined, and I hope you're excited to get started.